So I like the idea of just kind of saying, hey, I'm not going to love myself every day, but I at least want to feel comfortable in the skin I'm in, you know? Yeah.
I wore this top because I actually really wanted to showcase my hairy armpits. I don't shave and I don't wear makeup and I don't wear a bra. So a lot of stuff that would kind of fall under not conforming with like modern beauty standards and like one idea of what's beautiful that's really heavily pushed in the media and all parts of society through other women too. I've gotten a lot of crap for choosing not to do those things from women mostly. I honestly feel my best when I'm making those decisions to just do what I think looks good and not listen to other people and kind of fall under like a niche beautiful category. It's like a non-conventional beauty kind of thing that I've come to accept.
And I saw something on social media which is called body neutrality, and I think it started working for me. And of course, not everything's going to work for everybody, but it's the belief that your body's here. It exists, and that's fine, and that's cool. It's not inherently bad. It's not inherently good. You can put paint on it. You can dress it however you want. You can do whatever with it. It's fine because it's just there. And you don't have to feel great about yourself every day. But if you don't feel great, then that's normal. Everything has bad days, or everything has a bad moment. And treating your body as something that's just there and exists and it's fine and it's not going to change drastically and you just accept it, has helped me. But it also takes the power away from people who are trying to weaponize your body, because that's what you see. You see, if you're not attractive, they're trying to weaponize it. If you are doing things that are traditionally feminine or by the book or something that makes you happy that is seen that way, then they're trying to weaponize it.
I've always gotten so many comments about my height being like, oh, you're kind of tall for a girl. And then like, I don't know, it just, I didn't feel feminine enough. And I've always tried to like size myself down or like kind of scrunch a bit, like scrunch down so that I would feel smaller, because that's how you're supposed to be, I guess, if you're like feminine. And I've always just been really insecure of that aspect of my body. So one time this girl, like out of the blue, was just like, wow, you're so tall. Like, and I came in like kind of confident. And as soon as she said that, like I kind of like made myself a bit smaller. I didn't stand up as straight. And I kind of would sit down to avoid like eye-to-eye contact.
They preach, they're like, love yourself and all this stuff. And it just feels like this big pressure, you know, to 24/7 totally be in love with every part of your body. And it was just like this whole diet culture thing. And I just, at some point, like sophomore, junior year, I'd gone to this point where I was like, I gained 60, 70 pounds. I'm even uglier now. I wish I was skinny like then. And then I just kind of realized, I was like, I'm kind of sick of hating myself. Like, just in general, with grudges and anger and hatred and sadness, it holds a lot, you know? When you try to hold on to that, it gets really heavy. And sometimes it hurts more to hold on to that kind of stuff than just to kind of let it go. And, you know, from the moment I just kind of decided, it wasn't one moment where I was just like, boom, I love myself. But I just kind of decided, I'm like, I don't really want to hate myself like this. Like, it's just exhausting. And I'm stuck with myself for the rest of my life. So I might as well just try to get along.
Body positivity to me means just like loving and embracing yourself for who you are. I've had like a very difficult past with body positivity. I got in a bad relationship last year, and once I left it, I had like a realization period about like I don't need anybody else to love me for the way that I love myself. You know, like after that, like I started working on myself so much, like I grew to like love myself so much more and love who I am so much more and be just like so much more confident about myself in ways that I never thought I could be. Like I would never wear like crop tops or anything like that before. Like I was always so insecure about that type of stuff. And like just as I got older and when I realized more things like this, like I don't care anymore what people think about me. You know, like I care what I think, and what I see is that I look good. You know, so that's like all I care about, is that I feel good, I look good, so might as well just do it.
I think that the way people look is the least interesting thing about them, you know? Like their bodies are interesting, but the way that they look is like the least interesting thing about your body. So it's just like society tends to commodify your image, just kind of distract you from like your spirit energy. So I think that it's not good that media is constantly like focusing on making your body look really great or making it look like this certain ideal that requires you to spend money. So
it's these both aspects of this spectrum that I've experienced multiple times of I can be laughed at and shamed for what my body is if it's like too big or it moves when I run, and then the other side of I can be taken advantage of for what my body is. And so that's definitely impacted how I conduct myself and what I decide to wear, and whether or not I want to show my body or wear a bikini.
I was also going to talk about the modeling industry right now. They have been like searching out very diverse and unique looking models and people who the viewer might relate to more. And I really admire it, and I appreciate that the industry is moving forward like that. And I honestly have been seeing like larger brands, more like bougie brands, have actually been getting called out for not using like people of color as models, or plus size models, or all ages, all abilities, all transgender models. Like I see a huge progression moving forward with that. And I also see how capitalism is like consuming that part of the industry, and how a lot of those models I see them being traded back and forth between companies as like the token fat person, the token black model, the token transgender model or disabled model. And it's like, yes, they're making a lot of money, yes, they're being hired, and I bet that they feel so different from the other models that are just there because they're good at modeling, or just there because they look beautiful to the company. And so I want more progression with that.
That's really why I made the entire We Will Be Girls, because my way of coping is to try and create something that can help others that have been through the same thing, or try and help others not go through it as badly as I did. And so yeah, that's my goal with this photo shoot, and with We Will Be Girls in general, is just to help people realize that we all go through all of these very different experiences, but also they all intersect at points, and we can all listen to our stories and get something out of them and help each other out by sharing them, definitely.
yeah, that was good. That's like everything.
Thanks, ladies.
How are you?